I don't hang with niggas who don't cheat on their girl, bro.
Why?
That shit weak, bro. Because you are untrustworthy.
Why?
If you don't cheat on your girl, bro, you are untrustworthy to be inside the circle.
Why? Why would cheating make me more trustworthy?
Because you might tell him something.
No, because I'm so loyal that I would never hurt somebody.
No. You're so locked in with this girl, like you tell her everything. We take you to Vegas, you like, oh no.
Niggas know me from Detroit, bro. I was a robbing ass nigga, bro. I rob every day, bro. Every day. You know what I'm saying? Cool guy, but I rob every day. As soon as I don't know you, I rob you. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I meet you, okay, I'm good with Kid L. Okay, we got Nick over there. Okay, Nick, you good. Soon me, you and Nick go somewhere, I would have robbed the shit out of him, right? But it took me for the licks to go slow. Ain't no licks. You know what it was? My face got too hot on rap. Like, my niggas started going to jail from shit like that. Like, we know exactly who the that was. So I couldn't rob no more. And it took me to go through them dark times. So whoever watching, bro, them dark times gonna make you, nigga. So I don't feel no empathy for niggas who going through shit in Detroit, nigga. Because that's what make you, nigga. On everything, nigga. My had to cross me. Niggas crossed me. I got 3 separate times, you feel me? Like, nigga, when I was supposed to win, I didn't win, bro. I don't got no empathy for that shit, bro. That mean you in the game. When you get tackled, bro, that's getting tackled. If you get tackled, that mean you in the game, bro. You can always be on the bench. It's niggas with no story. Niggas with no nothing. You know what I'm saying? So I don't got no empathy for it to answer your shit, because that's the fuel, bro.
Yo, so we back in here for another edition of F-ya-Motha, and I just played 2 videos. One before he started talking and his video. Now, the video before, my man said if you don't cheat, he ain't gonna hang out. He don't hang out with niggas that don't cheat. Topic of this video is gonna be scumbag mentality. Now, scumbag mentality is not just delegated to black people. I think black folks get a bad rep because a lot of these niggas got a microphone or they broadcast the bullshit. I guess that's my culture. We just loud and braggadocio. There's other people that do scumbag shit like this. Russian niggas, Caucasian men, Italian, Middle Eastern. Like, this is not relegated to just black folks. However, I'm just gonna call it what it is. This is the shit that Charleston White be talking about. This is the degenerate mindset of my people. And I wish, like, I'm not saying be who you gonna be. Like, if you a scumbag, be the best fucking scumbag you can be. However, back when I was growing up, there was a certain thing as discretion. You kept your shit on the low some. You didn't want people to know that you was a scumbag. Now, these dummies confuse they pains, trials, and tribulations that are self-inflicted with badges of honor. With the first dude talking about if you don't cheat on your girl, like, he can't hang out with you. Let me just put this out in the air. Anybody seeing this video, if that's your homeboy or if you know a nigga like him, if you don't want to hang around you because you don't cheat on your girl, you probably don't want to hang around him. He's a fucking scumbag. I'm not a player. I just crush a lot. But back in the days when I was a player, all the women that I messed with was in the know. It was never I wasn't selling lies and dreams. I wasn't telling bitches that they was my one and only while I had a bitch on the side. Like, they knew what it was. A lot of these dudes, I don't respect niggas that got girlfriends or wives and they cheat on them. Now, you on some scumbag shit because, like, you keep it 100. And that's not to say that I haven't cheated on any woman that I dated, right? But for the most part, 99% of the time, they all knew about each other. It wasn't no, yeah, you my one and only, and I got a bitch on the side. That for the most part, that was sucker shit. I never did a lot of sucker shit. Everybody done did some sucker shit, but kept that shit to a minimum. A lot of dudes live sucker shit. They only know sucker shit, right? Meaning that they only know how to cheat on their girl because they too scared to let her know her position in his ranking. You know what I'm saying? Any given time in my 20s, I've been known to have 3 or 4 of them lined up. And when I say they knew about each other, they didn't know personally each other, but they knew that I was messing with somebody else. I had a woman actually tell me, yo, you talking to anybody else? Yeah, I'm talking to 4 other chicks. We can go from here, or you can, like, you don't have to fuck with me. I've always given a woman an out. I was actually just talking to this woman recently. Bitch got mad at me talking about I was bashing women. I said, yo, I did tell you when I first met you that you might not like me. Like, that's always been my thing. I give you an out because there's a possibility you may not like me. I may not like you, but you may not like me. And I've never fronted like I'm the most likable motherfucker on the planet. I have my moments, but yeah. And she was flabbergasted. Like, I pretended to be somebody that I wasn't. That's something I don't do. I've never perpetrated a fraud. Whoever I am, I present who I am to any chick that I've ever talked to. But people like to believe or see things that they want to see, so fuck them. But what I will say, on the second video, my man was talking about all this shit about he went through all the pain and the darkness. That's what make you. And I guess trials and tribulations do make the man, right? However, most of his shit was self-inflicted. He talking about when his lick slowed up, he couldn't get no money, and his friends crossed him, his girls crossed him, he was shot. I'm assuming all that shit was actually self-inflicted. The reason your girls left you is because they figured out you was a scumbag. Your friends left you because you probably robbed them niggas. That's why your face card was mud. And then the third thing, he got shot. I'm assuming that came as a result to robbing niggas that knew you. They say 83% of the time you get shot, it's gonna be by somebody that know you, not by a stranger. Strangers rarely always gonna snuff you out. You get killed in the world, 99% of the time people get killed by somebody they know. That's why when somebody got a spouse and they come up missing, I always look at the spouse, bro. That's what the police gonna do. The police gonna look at you. You decide you got a wife and she and him dead. You are suspect number 1, whether you did that shit or not. And 99% of the time, it'd be the spouse. I've watched too many forensic files and cold cases and shit for it not to be the spouse. It'd be like such and such went out for a cup of coffee and a long walk through the neighborhood. They was never seen again. And the other motherfucker got married. Where the money come from? Weddings ain't cheap. A nice wedding gonna run you 20 grand. A good wedding gonna cost you 80 grand. A great wedding gonna cost you 100,000. Where you be getting all this fucking money from? The nigga was a goddamn, whatchamacallit, the nigga was a goddamn animal rescuer or a fireman. They don't make that much money. So it's always the goddamn husband or the wife, right? She was a beautician. How'd she buy another house? Suspect number 1, right? So yeah, my man was, most of the shit that happened to him was self-inflicted. But what I will say is, as a side note for black folks, anybody within the earshot of my video or my sound of my voice, he was saying all this shit. When did working for yourself or going to college and getting a degree or a side hustle, when did that ever not be the standard? He named all this shit that he was doing, robbing people, and the thought never crossed his mind, yo, let me go to college, bro. They handing out grants and loans. I'm gonna fill out this FOSFA form. Let me get a lawnmower, cut grass, so nobody blow my head off, right? I never understand that this feeds into Chris Rock's theory about black folks and niggas. Which, as I get older, I'm starting to stay away from niggas, because the fact that he didn't even think about getting a side hustle, starting a business, or going to college, or a certification, is beyond me. It's like, bro, you did all that shit. Sometimes you don't gotta play the game. He goes on to say that make your story, that's what make you who you are. And dudes like that got a story. Some dudes don't get off the bench. Then yeah, you know what? Some dudes don't get off the bench. They safe. their head is intact, their body is working right, you know, right? Because they ain't been punctured by multiple bullet wounds. Their girl didn't chase them or didn't leave them or set them up through a back door. You gotta think about it. You robbing people. What's the off chances that your girl is not related to some of the people that you rob? You know she gonna backdoor you. You know what I'm saying? Then you just become a human pinata. All that shit is all this shit is avoidable. You know what I'm saying? So it goes back to my original point that I was making. This is the scumbag mentality. And for everybody within the earshot of my voice, try to stay away from people that's like this. That's scumbags. This shit doesn't make any sense. I'm from the community. I never understood why dudes, even when I did my quote unquote dirt, I did dirt, but it was like, when I say dirt, I did crime or shit that wasn't legal, but you know what I'm saying? My shit was non-violent offenses, and on top of all that, I didn't do scumbag shit, right? If it wasn't mine, it wasn't for me to have. I never stole nothing that wasn't mine. Shit in the department stores don't count. But yeah, I never robbed nobody. Well, let me take that back. I did. But I was like 17, right? When you don't know better, you can't do better. When you know better, you do better. But in my adult age, yeah, I never robbed nobody. I never took shit that wasn't mine. I sold weed and had strippers that I was trying to pimp out. And I never took their money. It was an understanding. You know what I'm saying? You go dance, you give me this much, right? And it worked until it didn't. But putting a gun in somebody's back while it's not as scumbaggery as being a cat burglar, breaking into somebody's fucking house, it's still scumbag shit, right? Because it ain't yours. You didn't work hard. You didn't put them hours in. You wasn't in the gym shooting with that nigga. So for you to take what he earned or what she earned, yeah, you a scumbag. And so, yeah, stay away from people that got the scumbag mentality. White, black, Asian, Mexican, it don't matter. There's a scumbag in every community. In any event, if y'all like this episode, like, comment, subscribe, and is out.
No.